So last year I did a video showing a total overhaul on my Scag Turf Tiger. The goal today is to kind of show what I did right and then what maybe I should have done a little differently. So let's talk about the belts. When I bought the belts for this mower, I kind of went on the cheap route and bought aftermarket belts on eBay. I got around 50 hours on the PTO main belt, and I got about 70 hours on the pump belt. The deck belt seemed to do fine. But of course, the deck belt was a 20-year-old original Scag belt. So in retrospect, I would replace belts on this mower only Scag OEM belt. On the gearbox to the deck, there's a little $4 part. And what this does is it keeps grass and debris out of the seals on the back of the gearbox that drives the deck. Parked the mower in the garage, came back, and there was a puddle of oil underneath the gearbox. So I had to pull the gearbox off. The seal was trashed, and $100 later I had put new seals in the gearbox. So I think the key is make sure you get this one part to guard your seals on your mower, and it'll save you a headache. Let's talk about the spindle choices that I made. So like the belts, I bought these spindles on eBay. They're OEM replicas. It's the 810 brand, and for the most part they're a good spindle. They do leak a little grease around the top seal, even though they do have the grease relief on the side. But if I had to do it again, I would probably just rebuild the OEM ones to quiet down the deck, because these do have a little bit of a roar when you give them a turn. They do feel a little tight, and I thought maybe with 70, I think I've got 73, 74 hours on the mower, I thought the noise would go away after they broke in. And I use Lucas grease, but it's never went away. So another item that you don't expect to break when it's new is springs. And looking back, I put brand new springs on this mower, and even though this one didn't fail, it's about halfway there. I'll show a close-up of it, but right where it coiled at the end, it broke off. And you know, a deck belt for this mower is probably $50, and the spring is $35, $40. And I went ahead and just opted to replace the spring with a new one before it broke. This is an OEM spring, and of course the one on it's an OEM spring. And I guess that's just something that happens. One thing I plan on doing in the future on this mower is installing this, it's called a soft start clutch controller. So this hooks up in line with the power to your clutch, and it'll ramp up your clutch gradually instead of just giving it the squeak your belts and then turn on the blades. So these sell, you can find from between $50 and $100 on eBay. And this is going to be the next upgrade on this mower is the soft start on the clutch. Most of the new machines, if you were to go out and buy a new mower, they've got these installed on them, and it really just extends the life of all your components on your deck. So for the most part, when you choose blades, you can just normally order like the OEM blade and you'll have no problem. And with these OEM blades, this mower does awesome. It stripes great. it'll cut through about anything. So in the fall, I thought to myself, well, I'll get a set of gator blades. And used to, when you would buy gator blades, you just say, you know, I'm gonna get some gator blades. They're all the same. Well, now they've got G4s, G5s, G6s, and I didn't really know what the difference was. So with this one being a 27 horsepower, I thought, I'll just go ahead and get the G6s. Well, this G6 blade, it's almost a 1/4 inch thick steel. And you can't really see it from where you're at, so I'll get a better shot, but the blade is almost a 1/2 inch wider than the OEM one. And these blades aren't cheap when you buy them. So it really strains the motor. I mean, not to the point where it's bogging it down, but it's a noticeable difference on how much power it takes from the engine. So if I had to do it again, don't go with the G6s. If you got a 27 horsepower mower, go with the, you know, something smaller, the G4s or G5s. I don't think you need a blade this big for the horsepower that this motor has. So one other problem that I did have with this mower is just where my yard's bumpy, the battery died on me. And so this is just the lead acid battery right here that I replaced it with. But when I replaced this battery, I'm going to go with the absorbent glass matte battery. They're a little bit more expensive, but you don't have this mess with the acid leaking out. It's supposed to be a sealed battery, but you still get acid. The post corrode over, and yeah, the AGM battery is probably what's going to be going on this machine next. I always wanted one of these, and now that I have one, I have to say I love it. This is a great machine, even though it is 20 years old. You take care of them, and you do the needed maintenance to them, and they do a great job. Would I do it again? Yes. And actually, future projects, I might look for other brand mowers and fix up. I've got a walk behind I'm working on now that I'll be putting a video out pretty soon on with a restore. I think it's a 93 model Scag, but a great machine. It's still tight on the steering. Thanks for watching this video, and I hope it helped you out. Check back with my channel, because I should be making a video pretty soon on the Scag walk behind. It was even worse off than what this one was, and I'm going to try to attach a picture to this video to show what these mowers look like when I first got them.